All right, here we are, episode 118. Could be the final episode, maybe, possibly. We'll have to think about that one. But we're going to see what happens. We're picking up from the last episode, which was a pretty intense episode. We did a little camping, we did a little combat, did a little exploring unnecessarily. And here we are, ready to rumble. Are you guys ready for some Pathfinder 2nd Edition action tonight? As we close in on Belcora?
Yes, sir.
You know it.
Excellent.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. What about you, Angel? We got a guest tonight. Guest tonight hanging out with the players tonight. And that would be, let's just say, Angel. How you doing,
Looking forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. So she'll be lingering in the background there, probably giving little advice tidbits to Kyle. We'll see. So let's jump into this. Let's do some quick introductions. Let's start with Ted. Introduce yourself, your character, expectations for the night, Ted. What's going on, my friend? Ted, you're up.
Sorry about that, guys. How we doing? Ready for another fun-filled, action-oriented Pathfinder night. My name is Ted, playing Father Cadwin Sunforge, once again, our dwarven battle cleric who loves to drop the hammer and bring the heals, and we're going to have some fun tonight and see what we do.
That's right. Also likes to hit the ale every once in a while, too. Isn't that right, Cadwin?
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, arr. Thanks for that, Ted. Glad to have you back as we close in on Belcora. And, of course, we got Jesse. Jesse's here too. What's going on, Jesse?
Hey guys. Tonight I'm playing Baleful. He is my 10th level gladiator of death and all things two-handed. His main focus tonight is the end of this tyranny of Belcora.
Tyranny.
And also my backup character is here, and that's Chapt, my 10th level sorcerer of fire and death.
Of course.
He is all things fire, and he could burn this place down if he wanted to. So it should be fun.
Suck all the oxygen out in one go.
Yep.
Be a terrible demise for your dwarven friends. Poor Althea. And of course we have Kyle. We don't Kyle.
What's up? Hello. I'm Kyle. I play Arthurian, or Burgunder, however you wants to contemplate it. He's one of the dwarven veterans from the early days. Him and Baleful. He's our frontline heavy hitter, hammer and shield specialist with a hint of extra rage involved. Why? Because sometimes you just gotta get frisky with some things. And all about tonight, we're gonna see if we can headbutt Belcora right in the hips, and see if we can bring it into the old crusty crone dome and save the people of Otari. It's been a while since we've seen Otari. Hopefully they're still up there. Arthurian thinks to himself on a dark, quiet night.
Yeah, maybe I got some more information to relay to you about that. We'll see. All right, so yeah, we're missing Rachel tonight, sadly. She's busy cooking a meal. It's October. It's a busy time for her. She's got guests over the house, so she won't be making it in tonight's session, sadly. But she'll be here in the next one, I'm sure. We shall see. Now, so Kyle, go ahead and for an extra hero point. Remember those hero points? Been a while. Give us a recap, a short, brief recap from the last session.
Oh my. Alrighty, well, if memory serves, we were doing a little bit of exploring. Back around to the south, we had battered some doors down. And then we came across some various holes in the eastern wall, and we Ted and I believe we crawled up inside of them and saw all this foliage and moss and mud and muck and what have you. So we backed out of there, and we were confronted with an obstacle, this long, lack of a better word, tube of rock. And we did that one the good old dwarven way, with the old hammers, just hammering it, and finally got some access going on. Then we went into the we went and opened the door, and it opened up into a really big chamber. We investigated some doors around. There was a giant skull in the southern part of the chamber. We didn't really get that far. We just kind of went to the east, opened up that door, and we fought one of those ugly creatures. It was in the water. It flew around. Was absolutely monstrous looking. We barely escaped with our lives on that one. So we fell out of there, shut the door, fell back into the other room. We were all kind of taking stock of what we had or didn't have. Excuse me. And we decided we were going to make camp and rest and recover. And that's kind of what we did. We built a small little fire. We healed up. We did some resting, and woke up the next morning, and that's where we're at, I believe.
Just when Sheppy arrives, Jesse disappears.
Ain't that how it always goes?
All right, so all that information I told you about the lenses, I'll assume he relates all those details to you. So you could kind of think about your next move based on that information. While you have time here gathered in this lonely chamber.
Well, it seems to me that we can use these lensy thingies to inject an essence of Nimbeloth into Balcora. Because if it summons Nimble What's-Her-Plexer, then obviously that's a bad thing for Balcori. So why don't we use the lenses to inject the essences and then just be rid of the lass? What you think, Cadwyn?
I'm thinking it cannot be that easy. Otherwise, I'd have done it before. There's got to be more to it. But it's worth a shot.
Well, she went to great trouble to keep these lenses apart. Now that we have the possession of 3 of them, perhaps it might just be enough to bring about the powers that be, i.e., that lassie, and he points to the ground, like as if he knows the Nimbeloth underneath him. So, and then he looks back to Cadwyn. Might be able to bring the wrath of the old grown bones down upon this wee lassie. But I do want to headbutt that lass one time, just right in the hips, for old-timey sakes.
Oh, alright, we get that done. I say, worth a shot.
So,
I think it's our best hope.
So Kyle, you have access to all the lenses there in Sheppy's sheet. You could look at them and how you want to go about this.
Well, should we not keep them in one place until we know for sure it's Balcora, and then we can get them out whenever the time comes, because they look pretty heavy on their own.
I don't know if that's a good idea, especially if they're as important as we're thinking. All in one spot, what happens? What do we do if something happens to that one spot?
Well, thankfully it's just Sheppy, and he's not the heaviest creature on the planet, so Unless we divvy up the lenses. You take one, Baleful take one, and I take one.
The heaviest.
Alright, that may be best.
The heaviest one is 3 bulk. It's the Emerald Fulcrum lens. But kind of look at them. Look at the powers they have to see what would be most useful for Cadwin. And you see, let me make a little thing here, and I'll put them all in the. I forgot how to do this. Let me see.
I actually think the emerald would serve him best.
I forgot how to do this. Create an item. Let's create a container. Container. Let's drag it onto the map. Well, it won't work that way. I have to create a journal entry. Create journal entry. Oh, this isn't how you do this. I forgot how to do this. Remember I used to make little chests and put them on the map? I forgot how to do it. Oh well. So let me drag which one to Cadwin?
Well, the emerald, here's what it says, Cadwin. It says, the convenient green limbs is pet and flawed. Basically, you gain negative healing and harm spell and gain +4 status bonus to hit points they restore to you. Basically, you activate it. You grasp the emerald fulcrum lens in one hand, regain 30 hit points, and gain +2 item bonus against saving throws against magic for 1 round.
Sounds like that Baleful would benefit from that, or frontliner, if it heals you.
Yeah, but how's he gonna wield it? You need 2 hands to swing that battle axe.
I mean, I'll take it, but I want to make sure that we give these people who's going to benefit the most.
It's on your sheet, Cadwin.
He can't take it anyway.
Okay, you got the crimson and the ochre.
The crimson, once again, you have to have a hand free. Well, strike that doesn't require that hand. Give the ochre one to Baleful, because that'll make a wave of despair. And I'll take the crimson. Yeah, because if he would have taken the emerald one, Ted, then he'd have been encumbered.
So once you take it, Ted, you can invest it. Just click the invest button. Whatever that entails, it describes what it means. What you have to do to invest it, usually holding it or something. And then you have access to its powers.
Yeah, just click on the diamond icon that's beside it. It'll pop up as invested.
Yeah, I don't see the chest. Where's the chest at?
I think you drug it straight to your inventory.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I got it. All right.
So read those up and so you get an idea what they can do. Did I describe how Sheppy showed up? I don't think I did. So, basically, during the hours that you guys were resting in this chamber to the north of this bigger chamber, the smaller room rather, you had a fire built. And suddenly bursting from that fire was Sheppy. You know, he's known to do that. He just appears in the flames using his elemental teleportation ability or whatever it is. And he introduces himself once again, and he's got all this information that he's learned from Bryn Civixi and the elf Farley Tell, who seems to be quite powerful at the moment. In typical old-fashioned, doesn't want anything to do with this Belcor. He's got other more important things to address. He also says that he spoke with Cypher, who he met up with back in Otari. As well as your other backup characters. Kyle, your character as well is here. And Cadwin, or Ted, your other character is also here. And Oracle. So they're all shadow mode right now. But they're all here. Those guys, thanks to Cypher, were able to find their way down here. I should add that Cypher would mention that getting her way here was quite difficult and involved taking an alternate route, that one wrong turn could have led them into the Darklands. Because it turns out that the demon level, that little elevator that goes down, was actually jammed and all the way up to the top. And all those little floating skulls were like hornets around a nest. So they decided the better part of Valor take a different route, which she's familiar with because if you remember, didn't she come from the Darklands? Cypher and those others, she was one of them, wasn't she?
Yeah, Cypher, Aura, Rue.
Yeah. So she's a little bit more familiar with that. She was able to find her way through there to another path. Yeah. So they're all there as well, and so take that for what it's worth. You know, you're kind of trapped here in a way. Getting back to
well,
Atari
thank the stars.
won't be practical at this point.
Well, we're on our own then. But thank the heavens that you lads and lassies made her through. Sounds like you had quite a hairy, dicey situation. Shame you didn't have a dwarf with a proper warhammer with you.
And with that, if you remember when we last left off, in the chamber to the south, you saw this large skull that now has a crack down its center. You also heard hideous laughter, the shaking of the ground, the earth itself, the very foundations of the Abomination vaults were full of tremors. And it since died down. Cautiously moving to the south, back into this chamber, the three of you can see what you see. So what would you like to do at this stage?
I'd like to head down and investigate the skull. Since we know that it cracked, because we can clearly see it from where we are. Maybe there's something in it that might help us.
What are you doing, Cadwin?
I'll follow close behind, so you're right about here.
The vaulted ceiling of this massive chamber, Vergrunder, reaches 80 feet high and is carved with intricate patterns of bones, swamp weeds, and misty swirls. To the south stands a huge dais, its stone carved into crooked, cracked teeth, a skull, now split. Its eye sockets are empty, and its visage, even now cracked, is quite menacing. A channel of filthy water, which you've hopped across, cuts across this room, emerging from the base of the walls on the east and west side. Double doors bracket each channel outlet. Now, you were in the chamber to the east and fought a creature there that was living in some reeds. You quickly vacated, so that's still fresh in your mind. To the west, there is 2 more double doors, both of which are shut, just like the ones to the east. Yeah. And before you, about 10 feet away from you, is the skull on this raised dais.
And you said that this skull is made out of stone, right? Or is it more that black and green glass?
Stone.
Stone, okay. I'd like to investigate the stone itself and see what it's going to tell me.
Blind perception roll.
Well, I also have... let me find it here. Oh, no, but never mind. Should be on the way.
It's definitely some kind of symbol of Nimbaloth. It's pretty obvious, actually. The crack in the skull appears at its very top and goes all the way down, cutting through the mouth and teeth area right to the chin, right into the floor, and you can see that it actually goes into the floor, and there's this crack in the floor itself that goes pretty deep, a few feet at least. The stone looks intricately carved. It looks ancient, even by dwarf measurements. And it's quite large.
Is it solid or hollow?
It's solid. And as you get around to the back of it, near the base, you notice something odd. Something catches your eye, but it's not on the skull. And as you turn to face the wall, in the southern portion, directly behind the skull, you can see, thanks to the moisture of this chamber, what looks like an outline of a door carved into the wall directly behind the skull. Right there in front of
Well, I found me a hidden door.
you. Did I just put you in initiative?
I think it did.
Yeah, I did. Whoops.
Yeah, but Arthurian will call out to Cadwin and Baleful. I found a secret door back here, lads.
Adam will follow.
It's all up to you.
I'll begin to investigate the door. See how I can open it. Like, I'll feel around the outline, see if I can feel a button or a switch.
No buttons, no switches, but as you begin to put pressure on the one side of the door, it begins to push inward, almost like it's revolving on its center. Do you continue to push?
Yep, I'll cinch the shield up, grip the warhammer a little tighter, and we'll push it open.
Okay. You see a very narrow corridor beyond. Goes about 10 feet and turns to the west.
Yeah, I'll step in and move up to the corner where I can see around it. Looks like a corridor of some sorts. Keep your weapons and your wits about you, lads. And I'll slowly begin heading up the corridor.
A smooth, natural cavern winds its way through the darkness. After a few minutes of feeling your way and pushing onwards in this snake-like fashion, where it turns upwards to the north and then turns back downwards to the south, all the while heading to the west, you reach an open chamber. Let me put you at that open chamber there if I can move this right. If I can move you guys. Right there's Cadwin in the back. It ends in a larger chamber with a wide pit at the far side. A corpse is slumped at the pit's edge. What would you like to do?
Hey, I'll kind of call out to Cade when seeing the corpse. Oi, lad, it looks like we got another fallen one up here, and I'll head over to investigate the corpse.
Caden will move up alongside him to take a look at it, try to see if it's actually dead or if it's just messing with it.
The corpse looks to be a messily killed humanoid, but with a very strange and odd appearance about it. 2 heads and a chitinous body. Do you continue investigating the body?
I do.
I'll step off to the side, gripping the warhammer a little tighter, seeing the grotesqueness of the corpse.
It's quite grotesque. How are you? Describe how you're checking out this corpse. What does that look like? What are you doing? Give me some details.
Well, being the healer that he is, he's looking for signs of death. Was it through mass trauma? Was he attacked? Was he trapped? Was he crushed? But he's looking for things that would lead to this creature's demise in this location. Trying to figure out why or how, what.
Okay.
While he's doing that, can I investigate the surrounding area, see if I can find like any footprints or any tracks?
Okay. So, give me a recall knowledge medicine check, Cadwin. And while you're do this blind, and while you're doing that, you give me a blind perception roll for Grunder.
Incoming.
Be on the way.
Let me get my screen out. All right, Cadwin. Grunder, you're first. You're looking around all the walls of the cavern. Is that what you're doing?
Walls, floor,
ceiling. Okay.
Yeah.
So
pretty much all of it.
While you're doing that, you don't see anything unusual here like you did before. No strange outlines of doors or buttons or anything like that. But you do hear what sounds like a rattle. Or, let me see, it sounds like, yeah, kind of like a rattle. And as you turn around to see what the noise is, you see Cadwin, as he's moving this body, there's gravel that begins to fall out of its head and fall out of where its throat would have been. The body's been hollowed out and gravel just starts to pour out of the body. And outside of that, for Cadwin, you, whatever killed this strange humanoid creature, again, it has 2 heads and a chitinous body, it seems to have been hollowed out and filled with gravel. And it just comes pouring out, and some of it drops down into the hole, and it makes quite a disturbing noise. And this is what you turn around to see for Grunder. You don't see anything else.
As soon as it starts doing that, you'll stop messing with it.
Okay.
Yep, raise my shield.
Okay, raise your shield. And you see a look of concern on Valifor's eyes. You turn towards him, and he's got his both hands on the axe. He's paying no attention to the little lens that we'll assume is around his neck. So what would you like to do? As you pause there with your shields raised, anticipating something to happen. Nothing happens, so what do you do?
I'd like to listen down in the hole and see if I can hear any noise coming out. Or if that gravel fell to hear if it'll hit the ground.
There's a silence in the cave as you all sit there. Seconds go by. Seconds go by. And you start to hear something moving in the pit below. Something is coming up that pit quite rapidly. Cadwin, you're up first. What do? We're in encounter mode right now.
Kevin's going to basically delay and ready for something to burst through to attack them before he does anything. He's just going to ready.
Okay. So you're readying an attack action with whatever comes out of that hole. All right. And something does appear out of the hole. Right in front of you. Let me put him over the hole. You see this creature move within your reach. You didn't have a proper angle to see completely what was coming up the hole, but it has come within reach, and that's what you see. You have to zoom in to see him. He's a nasty looking chitinous type creature. Look at him. He is large. They resemble titanic spiders or crabs, but with tendrils erupting from the tips of their chitin armored legs, jagged gray shells. Blah blah blah. I can't show you a picture because they don't have the thing here. Let me see if I can. Let me show you a picture of him. This is what you see burst from the hole. And he's big. He fills up the entire hole. This is what's looking at you as you strike him. So make an attack. Your ready to action was an attack, so go for it.
Looks like that's gonna miss.
That's a miss. Just missed. All right.
I'm back, guys.
Okay.
Welcome back, brother. Looks like we got a shit show brewing here.
Okay.
So he's not going to move any further out. He's got all you guys within reach, so let's see what he can do. Let's do a melee strike for his second action with his leg. So one of its legs comes whipping at you. This is against Vugrunder. 45.
That's critical.
Is it a crit? Damn. It's going to be a solid 50 points of bludgeoning damage. That's it from its leg. Its final action is going to be a leg attack against Cadwin. That one's going to get a 30. That's a hit. I'm going to roll some damage on Cadwin. Cadwin, you're going to take 18 points of bludgeoning.
How much was that? I'm sorry.
18 points of bludgeoning.
The 18.
18 points of bludgeoning damage. The creature is done. We're going to go to Baleful. Now, Baleful, you do have one of the lenses that you're carrying. I'll leave it up
Okay.
to you to decide if you're going to invest it. By investing in it, which usually means holding the thing, which isn't good for you because you use a two-handed weapon. But by holding it, investing it, you are able to use the abilities of that lens, whatever they might be. You don't have to be concerned with it now. I'm kind of assuming it's hanging around your neck, so you have within reach. You can reach up and grab it for an action. And I'm assuming you got both hands on your axe or whatever you have right now, and that's what you're ready to use right now. So,
Okay. Without knowing too much about it, he's going to make a 5-foot step to slip past there. You might have to move.
Paused.
am I paused? I can't see my screen.
There we go.
There, now you're unpaused.
All right. For my last 2 actions, I'm going to attempt to knock it down. So that's just
Here we go.
regular attack.
That's a hit.
Okay. Now,
Gonna be 19 points of slashing damage.
then he has to make a athletics versus my.
I think we have to make the athletics versus his reflex, I think.
Yeah. That's it.
Pretty crappy on that one, Jeff.
Yep. I'd have to use a hero point.
Almost.
You want to?
Well, we'll see.
That's a failure.
All right. Use the hero point.
Uh, 32.
That's a failure.
Wow.
He's got lots
Yeah,
of
I'm done.
legs. He's got lots of legs. That's it.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, Vergrinder, you're bringing up the rear.
Yep, time to swing the hammer and see what we got here. See if we can crack the shell open a little bit. Oh, that's a critical hit. That's a critical hit. Yeah, you little bastard, payback. This will be a max damage, 48 points, bludgeoning
Nice.
damage. Also, I need it to make a DC 27 fortitude save or fall prone back in the hole from whence it came. Boy, tonight's going to go sideways, Jess. I just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, right?
Alright, you did some damage to it, but weren't able to unbalance it at all.
Alright, we'll follow up then. That is a hit. For another whopping 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to keep my shield up. So we'll keep it going. And that'll be it for me.
Okay, Cadwin. Let's check Cadwin's stats here. He looks like he's slowed 1. He's prone, off guard, encumbered, clumsy. I don't know what that's all from. That should all be taken away. Although you might be encumbered. That's probably legit. So you'll be a little bit slower.
Yeah, that's where the clumsy comes from too.
what is it, minus, I forget what the clumsy is for speed. Shouldn't be a big deal right now, you're in range.
It doesn't lower. It just makes the DC any DC checks more difficult.
It does slow you down. Let me find the card. You're clumsy 1 and take a minus 10-foot penalty to your speed. Or all your speeds if you have special speeds, but you don't. So you're minus 10 off your speed. That's all.
Oh, never mind. Yep. It goes. Automatic. That'll be fun. Okay.
Did it factor it in for you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, excellent. That's new. Good.
Alright, so Cadwin is going to cast Shield upon himself. And we're going to spend the next 2 actions taking a whack at this sucker.
Jiminy cricket.
Oof. Missing both times.
Alright, so this creature's right at the hole itself, balancing itself with all of its legs. It's gonna try and lay down some hurt. And Cadwin, you're first. This time its jaws open up and it lunges towards you as if to consume you. It's going to be a hit. It does get you. Going to be normal. You're going to take 29 points of piercing and acid damage as it burns, as its fangs rip into your flesh and this green ooze begins to smolder on your exposed skin. Probably letting out a horrendous scream. Ah! Baleful, you're going to take a leg.
Armor class 28.
It hits. Normal. It rakes across your flesh. It's actually a bludgeoning strike. This hammers down onto your shoulder and forearm. You're going to take 38 points of damage. Maybe a cracked rib. Bludgeoning. And not to leave out Arthurian, Vergrunder.
Armor class 30.
You block that blow. Another leg comes whipping up towards you, a series of them, but you manage to fend off all his strikes. Baleful, you're next.
Okay, rules question. If I move 5 feet, is he off guard, or do I have to move 10 feet?
I think it'd be 10 feet.
You have to get opposite of Cadwin or Baleful, or Vergrunder. So in your case, you'd only have to move about 5 feet.
Okay. I will take a 5-foot step.
Northwest. Yeah, right there.
Get him off guard. And seeing this creature being too stable to knock down, decides to put all his might into his swing and give him a power attack.
And that's a miss, Bubby.
And that's it.
Okay, Vergrunder, you're at a tactical advantage with your good friend Valifor opposite you. What do you do?
Yep, and I'm going to see if I can press the advantage. Oh, hit, okay. Just barely. So it's going to take an additional 17 points of bludgeoning damage on the first one. And I'm going to kind of pivot around to see if I can bring the hammer down on one of the tentacles that are holding it up onto the actual ledge platform itself. See if I can batter one of them into submission. Yep, not good enough. Keep the shield raised and call it good enough there.
Cadwin, you're up next.
This thing's hitting me pretty good, pretty hard. He's gonna actually sustain his shield. And we're gonna try to whack this thing again.
Missed. Oh, hit.
And the free action will use Divine Weapon to add a little more oomph behind it. So a whopping 23 points of damage.
Okay. It's looking pretty rough, but it's holding its own there. Over the hole. It's next. It's pretty close to the wall, especially along the west. And it begins to pull itself from the hole and start climbing on the wall.
Which direction?
As it begins to move to get behind Arthurian.
Does that provoke?
It does.
Listen. Yep, alright. Whack 'em.
For both of you. Grunder hits.
That's a hit on mine. $21 damage on mine. Hang on a minute, Jess, I got you.
Yep.
Jess also hits. Yep. Wrong. Wait a minute.
Yay!
Wrong. Wait a minute. That was with power attack. My bad. Sorry, Jess.
It's okay.
For another 27 slashing.
Bad.
All right.
Not terrible on that one, Jess. Almost max.
Yep.
Your axe and hammer catch this beast, snapping off a little bit of a leg here and there as it tries to get behind the dwarf. So he took some damage there. We're going to go to Valifor. You're next.
Okay, I'll spend an action to move down. And for my last two, I will power attack it.
Why? Like, why?
Okay,
Not good enough, Jess.
Nope.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Alright, we're gonna see if we can hammer. See if I can keep cracking the chitness crap out of here. Oh, that's a hit. It's gonna take an additional 18 points of bludgeoning as I come down hard on one of the elbow joints.
Crack.
Yep. Trying to crack this proverbial can of worms open from the inside. And then we're going to bring it the uppercut, trying to smack it right in the face. Arthurian's going to kind of call out, "See, I told you I'd hot headbutt you right in the hips." And then, yeah, no, we're just going to keep our shield up and call it good enough. That's it for me.
Yep, Cadwin.
All right, well,
It's now out of your reach.
we're gonna step and we're gonna wash, rinse, repeat. Let's take a whack at this thing a couple times.
Yeah, get it, Cadwin. Get it.
It's a hit.
$13 on that one.
Ugh.
And a miss on that. Critical miss. Cadwin's all done.
All right. All right. Against Baleful, you're going to be first on this one. It's going to try and bite you.
Armor class 28.
That's a crit.
Of course it is.
70 points of piercing and acid damage from its mouth
Ouch.
attack.
Yeah, you felt that one, Bubby.
Yeah.
It's going to follow that up with a leg attack on Baleful.
I'm going down.
28 armor class.
It's going to be normal damage against the leg attack, which is going to be 22 points. Bludgeoning. Thump.
Hey, damn.
That's enough.
That'll be dying one. And Cadwin, you're going to...
No, he ain't. Cadwin's gonna keep him up with Breath of Life.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Reaction. There we go.
This is my favorite spell.
Okay, so you're not wounded. You don't receive the wounded condition. Because you never went to dying.
Oh, too early for that, lad.
Like I said, when we get back to Atari, I owe you 2 rounds now.
You can have the rounds. I'm going to be drinking it from the skull of this chitinous creature.
Roll 5d8 for the hit points. $27. Alright, let's go where we left off, which was a leg attack on Cadwin. That's a reaction. Okay. Let's see, a bite, leg attack, final attack. Okay, third attack. Nope. You dodge out of the way, Cadwin, just in time to avoid a series of blows from the legs. We're gonna go to Baleful.
Alright. Seeing that the creature almost killed him, the anger swells up inside of him. He looks at his axe and says, "This is it." He holds back and he just smacks him with a power attack. Oh my god.
Wah, 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 wah.
No.
Oh,
What is up
Alright.
with your dice tonight? Like, what the hell, man?
Alright, for my last trick, I will attack.
That's also a miss, Bobby.
Oh boy. Not my
Like, what is
night.
up with your dice tonight, Jeff? Like, what the hell?
I don't know.
See, because we're using 2 different dice sets, so therefore, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Isn't he drained?
Yeah, Baleful is, yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
No, it don't. We're gonna see if we can make clam chowder out of this guy. That's a hit. That'll be 16 points of bludgeoning damage. As I snap off another leg. We'll get greedy. You know what? I'm gonna hero point it. What the hell? Not any better. Alright. Raise shield and keep it moving.
Cadwin, you're up.
Alright, so we're going to use battle medicine on Baleful to give him a little more healing there.
Thank you.
Uh, 43 points of healing to be exact.
43 points of healing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can't use that on him for the rest of the day. However, what I can do is I can whack on this thing and see if we can't turn it into stew, like my good buddy wants to do.
Yep, clam chowder, boys.
Oh!
Ted, why?
We're hero pointing at that one.
Like, Ted, why?
Don't lie me. The dice do not like me tonight.
There you go.
Nice.
Hit. Wow.
14, and if he's still scrambling around, we'll do it again. For a net 20 on that one. There's a crit.
Ooh, crit damage.
Yeah, baby, let's
Almost
get it.
got him. You need 14 hit points.
He's got it.
We'll do it.
Got him.
Good job.
Ta-da! That's your first kill in a while, isn't it?
It's been a minute.
Vibes. Well, there you go. You got describe the kill of this little crab-like dude.
Seeing Baleful fall put him on edge. Quickly, he binds his wounds with one hand while he swings the hammer with the other, smacking into it one time. Loosen up, softening that spot. He focuses on it and he smashes through with another mighty blow, crushing through its chitinous skin and smashing the squishy bits below.
That's it. Everybody gets a hero point. Finished him off. Intelligent was this thing. He actually speaks languages.
Yep, too late for that crap now.
Yeah, Aklo, Common, Jotun, and Petrin. Jotun's the language of giants. Aklo, I'm not sure. Petrin, I never heard of. Well, regardless, he's dead. And the legs fold up on its body almost like a spider after cracking its shell-like chitinous body. It lies motionless.
Who wants crab cakes for dinner?
It's all you.
This creature is called an Earlgaunt. IRL Gaunt. Earlgaunt. Strange creature.
I got to admit though that was pretty fun though. Not often I get to smash a giant crab to bits.
Once you guys close in like that, it's targets don't have much of a chance, really.
No, fighter on one side and a fighter on the other side, and a cleric in the middle. It's just open hammer season.
Yeah, swarm them.
Well, I got one hit out of it at least. They tried to get away.
I opened with a crit. I knew it was going wrong then.
Time to see what's down that hole.
Alright, and I'll walk over and kind of stick my head down there and see what I can see.
Now let's see what it says. He got in dark vision, so literally this pit is hundreds of feet deep.
Well, for I'll check the body, just in case there's anything in the mess that's left behind.
The creature you killed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a dead creature. Use your imagination. There is another body that was lying here. It had two heads and a chitinous body, and it was kind of lying over the pit. And it was evidently it was hollowed out, and it was filled with gravel. So when Cadwin went over to investigate and see what's going on with this body and what might have killed it, he kind of disturbed it and dropped gravel down into the hole, and it did make some noise. It was basically the alarm for the creature. The creature was smart enough to set a little trap alarm, so if anyone disturbed the body, it would come to investigate and consume. That's basically what happened.
And then it found me standing at the top of the Warhammer.
Mm-hmm. Cadwin, he was ready too. He had the old ready to action. You guys just pulverized that poor little lobster man. He's just hungry.
Should have said something.
Yep, should have said, hey, wait a minute, I surrender.
Yeah. He had a +4 intelligence and he has 4 languages. He could. I didn't play him that way. Anyway, silence once again surrounds the companions as you peer down this hole that goes hundreds of feet into darkness. Deeper and deeper. You can almost make out where there would be little alcoves, possible rooms and chambers, but it's so far down. One slip and surely you're dead.
Well, now that we know that away, should we backtrack the way we came? Don't see anything else here that's of any use.
Did we talk about the lenses?
Mm-hmm.
Aye, we did.
Can I add my little bit here
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
as we walk? Okay, my thoughts on it. If Belcora was hiding all these lenses away from her, she's probably afraid of Nimwa. And those shards that we can shoot out of these things, I'm thinking, I don't know for sure, but maybe we shoot those shards into her, and maybe that'll kill her or something. Or
Precisely the idea that I had. Precisely, lad. Good thinking.
Okay. Great minds think alike.
Aye. Well, I mean, it makes sense if the lassie is scared to death of Nimble, and if the shards of power within the Watcherplexus contain a shard of power from Nimble Watcherplexer, then should we not inject them into Belcora, and then Watcher Guts can come and deal with the problem for us?
Yep, that's what I'm thinking too.
Aye. And yes, he knows all of their names. He just refuses to say it because he doesn't want to give credence to them. Alright, well perhaps we should heal up for a few moments. Looks like we got another door here to investigate. Baleful, it looks like you took quite a beat and perhaps you need some more healing.
Yeah, if I could borrow somebody's med kit, I can try it on myself.
Well, didn't Ted just battle medicine you? That doesn't count for treat wounds.
Okay. Alright, then treat me away.
Yeah, that's just for an in-combat thing, bub.
Gotcha.
So 34 more to Baleful. And I can do the same to Begrunder if he wants it.
I'll take it. 34.
Here comes yours. $39 to Begrunder, and I'll treat my own wound. And all that takes about 30 minutes.
Okie doke. So while you're sitting here, working on healing your friends, calling on Trud, you feel the oppressiveness of this huge chamber. Even with dark vision, the weight of the darkness itself is heavy on your shoulders, Cadwin. And after about 10 minutes, you'd swear, Begrunder, that you feel the ground shake a little bit underneath you. It puts you at unease. Dwarves liking stability and solidness, especially of rock and stone. It is quite unsettling to feel the earth shift slightly.
Well, I don't like the feel of that, lads.
And after about 20 minutes, as you near the completion of your rituals and your bandaging, Cadwin, Baleful, you turn immediately to the west, towards the doorways. And as you stare, you swear you hear, all of you hear, what sounds like a hideous scream in the distance. For those watching at home, it sounds like this. What do you do?
I'll begin to head to the door to the west. I don't like the sound of that scream, lads. Sound like the witchy's coming for us.
Well, you know what that means. Let's go kill it.
All right, let's not keep her waiting.
Alright, let's do it. And I'll take a listen at the door.
Line perception. You can all make this roll if you want.
Okay.
That was abrupt. So, your ears press against the door. It's cold. Feel more than you hear anything, you feel impending doom. As your hand reaches up to the door latch, Vergrunder, you hesitate slightly. What do you do?
I'm gonna fight through that fear and flip the latch and push the door.
See some spiky bits coming out of the shadow there.
Yep.
This strangely shaped chamber is humid, and you feel it instantly, Vergrunder, as the door swings open. It's oppressively clammy. The room's 4 wings each contain a massive pool of bubbling swamp water. Let me move you closer into the room so you can see this better. As you peer inside. Can you see the chamber?
Yes.
The room's 4 wings each contain a massive pool of bubbling swamp water. You can see those 4 pools. Flickering motes of light and darkness play underneath the surface of these pools. The chamber's center is partially blocked by what looks like a circle of towering black standing stones rising high to the ceiling. and they crackle with eerie energy that shoots up into a shaft in the ceiling. It somehow looks familiar to you. 7 narrow channels, as though dug into the stone by a 7-fingered hand, run from each pool and 3 of the walls to a moat in the center of the room. From there, the water flows under the wall to the east, from whence you came, between the 2 black double doors. An island in the moat holds a smooth altar topped with what looks like a black lens, the size of a fist. And of course, on the far side of this, you see a familiar shape, somewhat translucent but yet solid at once. And she makes her presence known as she begins to cackle hideously. Laughter echoes through the chamber. I have been waiting for you. I have been watching you. Now you are here at last. So, my friends, after 4 years of playing this Abomination Vaults, you finally meet Belcora face to face in her inner sanctum. That's what it feels like. And with that, we're going to roll initiative. Now, you guys are actually in the doorway. You're not actually in the room. But we're going to put you in an initiative. Everyone is going to be using perception. What have you gotten yourselves into, you fools? Let me see. What is this creature? This creature must go. And let's add Belcora. And a little surprise. And let me put you where you actually were. So if you want to shut the door and run, say, well, screw this, we're out. Leave Althea and Sheppy here. We're calling bananas. The new secret word. All right, anyway. Valifor, guess what? Well, wait a minute. I got to roll for the creatures. Well, guess what, Valifor? You're first.
You broke up there.
You're first. You're up first. What would you like to do?
Okay, the first thing Baleful is going to do is close the door.
All right.
And then he's going to say, I don't know about you guys, but are we ready for this?
Not in the slightest.
Don't worry about Rachel. If you're thinking about Rachel,
Nobody
don't
ever
worry.
is. Nobody ever is. Let's go.
All right, hopefully she doesn't follow us. But I guess we could take a look at what was going on down south instead.
You're still in encounter mode. You have 2 actions left. What do you want to do?
All right, I'm going to move away from the door.
Go ahead.
Full move. And I will ready in action. If anything comes through the door,
Throw your
I'll
axe.
I'll throw my axe at her.
All right. All right. Let me see here. All right. What does it say? Okay. All right. All right, Cadwin, you're up.
Where are you going? Now? Excuse the other way. Cadwin will move to the door. There we go. Same square as McGrunder, unless McGrunder stops him. And he'll open the door. And step through, and that's it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Grunder, you're up. Seems to be some confusion amongst the companions. It's up to you, Vigrunder. You're in the middle. What do you do?
I'll step in as far as 5 feet, and I'll raise my shield. Well, that and keeping it raised.
Okay, Valifor, you're up.
And then I'll call out to Valifor.
Go ahead.
What we doing, Jeff?
You're muted, Jess, if you're talking.
Yep, talking to myself. All right, this fight here, I'm telling you guys, is not meant for 3 players. We will die. I can guarantee it. If we fight it, I will go in with you guys and fight it to the death. But I'm just saying, it might not be a smart idea to take her on right now.
Not rest the characters, at least.
Just saying.
Well, we could back out and go explore somewhere else then. Because we kind of need Rachel for this.
What are you doing, Jess? Get 3 actions.
All right, I'll move up to the door and ready for an attack if I have to.
Okay, ready. Oh, Jesse, you're going to be so mad. You're going to be so mad at me for this next move. I don't know if I should do it. I don't think I will. Let me think. Looking at the wrong thing here. So, you should be able to see Belcora. She's down here on the behind you. She seems to pause as you re-enter the room, like as if she was going to go through the wall. And she turns back to face the dwarves. And she begins to rise above the ground. She's flying. She's now 25 feet above you. Five, 10, 15, 20. Cadwin, you're in the front, right? As you turn to face her and see her as she rises above the stone, this ominous-looking, hideous creature, you lock eyes with her. And you see those black pits that she has for eyes seem to be cavernous. And you seem to be drawn by them. Give me a will save. This is a basic will save because you're about to take some damage. Ooh. Let's see what
Crit
that
success.
Yeah. You avoid all damage that seems to emanate from her stare itself. Very good. Feel free to elaborate how that happened.
He just calls upon Trud to give him strength as he stares her down. Bring it on, lass. We've been looking for you.
Wow, you really lucked out on that one. That was a critical roll. For sure. All right. She's done. We're going to go to Cadwin.
Adwin is going to drop a three action heal spell and send out a burst of positive energy in 30 feet in all directions.
This will affect her. She is within range of you.
If you're hurt, gain 30 back. If you're undead, take 30 points.
Well, she gets a save here. DC 26. What'd you get for damage? Or healing?
30.
And you can see that the positive energy that just emanates from you. You can see this light aura, this light aura just explode from you, Cadwin, as you call upon Trud. And you see that it catches Belcora, but she doesn't even flinch. If she truly is undead, she must be powerful. Okay. Let's see who's next. From behind you, Valifor. You see suddenly this skull begin to
Oh my
appear. You've seen these creatures before. As it tries to, little spaghetti noodle arms reach from its skull, try and scratch you. And let's see, 37 is going to be a hit. Almost a crit, but no crit. So the damage is going to be on Baleful. 25 points of void damage from the touch of these little arms that reach from the skull towards your face. And suddenly, it fades from view, out of sight. For Grunder, you're up.
Yeah, seeing Belcora flying and then hearing the will-o-wisp behind him, he's gonna look to Cadwin. Cadwin, I got nothing to engage her with at that range. We need to get out of here. I'm gonna take a step outside, and then I'm going to seek the will-o-the-wisp from where it was.
Okay, make your
I
perception.
think that's perception.
You have no clue where it is. You can guess. If you want to hit that square, you can go ahead. You have to make a... Well, I'll secretly make a roll for you to see if what happens.
Yeah, might as well.
There's a flat check involved. So with
Yeah, let's do it.
So with your action, you make contact with something. So go ahead and make your roll. Make your attack. Ugh.
Hero point. $39.
All right, that's going to be a hit. Roll damage. You hit it.
That's going to take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay. That it?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okie dokie.
What are we doing, Jess?
Make a fighting withdrawal here.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
Yeah, because we can't fight a flying ghost.
All right. You can do that. You're literally going to have to try and evade. Because you're in the middle of a combat. So keep that in mind. If you're going to run, you got to have a place to get to.
I'm not going to run yet because I saw Vergunder's hammer make contact with something in that square. So he's going to attempt to hit it as well.
You have to make a perception roll to... Well, he has to actually point out, which he didn't do. So you won't get any bonus. You're just going to have to make a seek and do exactly what he did.
I'll do the same thing. I'll seek that square.
Okay, make a blind perception roll.
Yeah, because I just ran out of actions.
And you're guessing, so I'm going to make a roll because you can't see it, so it's a flat check here. So your axe cuts through the air and makes no contact. You just can't get good leverage on it. You know it's there. It has to be there. Nothing.
I'll try it. I'll try it again.
Okay. Make another blind perception roll. Okay, let me make the roll for flat check. Again. Your axe crashes into the stone floor. Nothing.
All right, for my last action, I will move 5 foot to the right. Right, not down.
Okay.
I'm done.
Cadwin.
All right. Well, using.
Wait, I'm up. Hold on.
Oh.
I'm just saying you are the last one I see, referring to Belcora. Let's see what she wants to do. She's going to try it again. She beckons to you. Your god cannot help you now. Look at me. And once again, your eyes are locked into these black sockets. Let's see how your luck holds up with another basic will save. Okay. Okay. You are strong.
If it succeeds, it's a crit.
Oh, okay. You are definitely strong then. You shake off what would be this mental damage coming into your brain. You can hear these voices and whispers calling to you. Feeling pain at first, you shrug it off, Cadwin. Your faith is strong indeed. And she scoffs. And she begins to fly, which she has to do. She's going to not be flying. Let's see, where's her movement? Right there. And she's now hovering over this one pool in the corner. And we're going to go to Cadwin. You're up.
Seeing that the others have left him in here on his own, he's going to choose a better path of wisdom and valor. Step up behind Baleful and cast heroism on him.
+1.
Is that going on Baleful?
That's on Baleful. And that's it.
Okay, Vigrinder, you're up.
Well, seeing Cadwin back out, I'm going to reach up and shut the door. Yeah. Seeing Cadwin back out, I'm going to reach up and shut the door. And I'm going to look to them. We need to make for the spot where we made camp.
What's to keep her from following us?
Not
Well,
a thing.
Let's hope she doesn't. Hopefully she's bound to that room.
But either way, I got nothing to engage her with.
And I'll tell you right now, that is the shape of the lighthouse. So this is definitely the bottom of the lighthouse. This is where she's getting her power from.
Alright, let's go. I'll spend the rest of my actions moving up toward the northern door. So that'll be 40 there. And that'll be it for me.
You're up, Baleful.
3 action move to the north.
Well, that's 2. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Alright. That's 3, Bubby.
Okey-doke, I'm done.
Hey, Baleful, where are you going? Run!
Pineapple!
To get close to the map, I can't see.
Well, that blew out that idea, Jess.
Yeah, if only we could get her to somewhere that has a lower ceiling.
Well, where would that be?
I don't know, I wasn't... Maybe we can make a perception check to see if we remember any ceilings lower.
It's just that I think this entire area is pretty high vaulted ceilings.
We could make our way to the teleport circle.
You hear whispers in your ear, Baleful. The whispers of Belcora. And she begins to call to you. She says, "Why are you running from me? You spent all this time seeking me, and now you run." You can reply to this message if you wish.
Well, if you want to meet me, come down to where I can see you. You're too high up. Come down to meet me. Maybe you could meet me.
You hear laughter. Cadwin, you're up. Again, she's still 25 feet above. You can see her hovering there.
He's 25 feet up. Now, he had a feeling she was going to do this. He's going to target her with a flame strike spell.
Ten-foot burst. Under an area, 10-foot burst. Defense makes for a 10-foot burst. Yeah, you could do that. It'll explode in midair. Radius. It says radius. 40-foot tall cylinder. Alright, so that's different. So it does have to be underneath her. but it's a cylinder that goes 40 feet up. So you will definitely catch her in the cylinder part anyway. Flame
It's a
strike.
reflex. It's a reflex DC 26.
It's a basic. So you get to roll your damage.
Well, if she failed, it's 32. If she succeeded, it's 16.
She does. Wait a minute. Let me look at this. Divine.
And that's it for Cadwin.
All right. You can't really. You can see the flames just erupt from the ground, and this pillar of fire just shoots up and engulfs her, but she barely notices it. She sees you. She sees what you did. But it was like nothing. Like it did very little damage to her, but it did something. Okay. But Grinder, we're going to go to you. As you begin your evade.
I can't evade without Cadwin, so I'm going to raise my shield and delay. Well, not delay, but I'm going to ready an action for whenever Cadwin runs by me, then I'm going to use one movement to run behind him. So I'm basically readying a run. So whenever Cadwin runs by me, then I'm going to follow him out.
Okay. It's only one action.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be one stride.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to go to Baleful, round 5.
All right, what's the range of that shard that shoots out of the lens?
I don't think it shoots. I think it's a melee attack.
Is it? Okay.
Yep, melee spell attack roll.
So he's not a spellcaster. How does that work? Is he even able to do that? I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I believe he just has to strike with it, and because it's an item, it qualifies as the caster part. It's coming from the item, not them.
Yeah, it's coming from the item, not from an actual spell book.
Let's take a quick look. Is it gonna have to anyway?
I can't reach her anyway.
For 2 actions, it's counted as an interact action. It also counts as an attack. It has the possession trait. So it has the attack and possession traits. This 2-action interaction that you do to activate this attack, essentially. So what is it? What is this interact? While grasping the lens, make a melee spell attack roll with a modifier of plus 21. On a hit, you force the splinter of Nimbulath's essence from the lens to possess the target. So it says you make a melee spell attack roll. So doesn't that mean you're adding your proficiency in the spell? I can't remember how to do this stuff. Like as if only a spellcaster can do that? I don't think so.
Oh no, because it gives you the modifier to use.
Mm-hmm.
You basically just roll a d20 and add 21 to it.
I guess.
Yeah.
Works for me.
That's what I would say.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay where I am and ready that lens for an attack if it comes near me. If she comes down, like I told her to.
Alright, well, you've got it invested, so you got that. So yeah, it's around your neck, so you could easily change your grip with a one action and grab hold of it. So you've got your axe in one hand and you've got your stone in the other hand. The lens, I
Yep.
should say.
You got it.
And that took an action to do. Anything else?
Yep. I'm going to ready it. If she comes near me, I'll attack her with it.
Alright, that takes 2 actions to ready an action. So
And that's it. I'm done.
if she comes within reach, you'll spend an action attacking her.
Yep.
I guess you could do that anyway. Well, no, you couldn't. Your attack of opportunity is if they move away from you or move within your reach. If they just move up to you, you can't use your attack of opportunity. But in this case,
Nope.
you could. So the ready action pays off for you.
Mm-hmm.
You think she's that stupid?
No,
No.
but you never know.
You never know. I might get wacky. She is up next. And she seethes. Ah, choice between 2 dwarves. Who will it be first?
Come down here, I'll headbutt you right in the fart box.
Let me close that. All right. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I like this one though. This one. I want to use this. And she begins to wave back and forth with her hands, and strange arcane mutterings begin to pass through her lips. I don't even. Oh, damn it! You're out of range. Yeah, you're out of range. I'd have to come down 30 feet. All right. Scratch that one. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Here's what I want. Here we go. God damn it, I'm too far away! Cadwin, she begins to descend as she moves towards you. She is hovering just within your reach and stops just enough to spend 2 actions. Let's see. I need you to make a savings throw, will save. This is right up your alley, cleric. Make a will savings throw.
Gonna venture that's a critical success.
Yeah, let me find the DC. Where is it? Where's the DC? That is a success. Resolute faith.
Which-
Critical.
which makes it critical.
Ah, damn you. All right. Okay. Okay. So she's stuck there 5 feet away from you as she tries to weave some magic on you, but you easily push it. I wouldn't say easily. You shrug it off. Leave it at that. Cadwin, you're up. Damn it. She's within reach, too. Here's your chance to shine, Cadwin. What do you do?
Choices. We'll go for it. He's gonna go for broke. He doesn't think they can get away anyhow.
Life as a
He's gonna-
spellcaster is not easy in Pathfinder.
No,
Too much.
but he is going to. We'll go for broke on this. He's going to cast Warding Aggression, and he will take a swing on it. Going to hero point that.
$30.
Free action. We'll use Divine Weapon. And I guess she gets her save against that. I guess she gets her save against that. We determine what my AC bonus is.
What did you...
So, Warding Aggression, I have to hit her for the spell to go off, which I did.
Is it in the chat?
Yeah, I can put it there again if need be.
I can't see it.
I'll put it back in.
Turn a magical ward through your attack and attempt to ward increase the defenses against that foe as long as you keep attacking that foe to maintain it. Make a melee strike with a weapon or unarmed attack against a foe. In addition to the normal effects of this strike, it has the effects of blow. So, alright, I have to make my save here, right?
That's the way I read it.
Warding aggression. I drag that on me? Where does that go? There's no buttons to click, so let me just...
Should go on Cadwin.
It should go on me, but it depends on what the outcome of the save was.
Alright, what's the save DC? For your level 3 spell? Because it doesn't tell me. Wait a minute.
I don't think Warding Aggression gets a saving throw.
No, there's no save here. This is based on your attack, I guess.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess my attack goes by success. So I get +2.
Let's see what it was. You got a 30, right? Yeah. 30, that's a success. That would be you gain a +2 status bonus to armor class against the foe. So I guess if you drag that, it gives you an option to put in a +2 status bonus to armor class. At least against her. Otherwise, make a little note and just remind me.
Yeah, I'll have to make a note. I'm at 28 instead of 26.
Alright, that works.
Regardless, you got 23 points of damage coming toward her. 6 of it is spirit.
Is it magical?
Yes.
Yeah. It says magical right there. Alright, that means... Okay, so... Takes 13 damage. Minus resistances. Except... Nope. Okay. You done?
I am done.
Alright. Begrinder, what do you know?
Now she's hovering like 5 feet up off the ground, right?
She's in reach, yeah.
Stun charge.
Hey, turning back around, are you?
Yeah. Now that I see her come down, I'm gonna shout to Baleful. She's down. Then we're gonna see if we can bring the hammer down. That is a hit.
Nice.
So she's gonna take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Which is reduced to 5. Okay.
Then we're gonna see if we can do it again. And I can. She's going to take 18 points of bludgeoning damage in addition.
Okay, so... As you're getting through her with your weapons, magical or otherwise, she almost doesn't even acknowledge the damage that she should be taking or might be taking. It's like nothing.
Interesting.
It's like nothing to her.
But that's all I got.
Okay, so at this stage, go up to Sheppy's character. Now, Sheppy, you don't have to play this entirely like playing 2 characters, Jesse, but I would just want you to know Sheppy is there. The others are not with him. But he is there as he greets Baleful, wondering what's going on. Where are the others? So if you would like to take 3 actions with Sheppy, you can do so. I don't want to get this too complicated, but you need a 4th character at least. So here's Sheppy to give you a little bit of something. Are you there, Jess? You're muted.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'll take control of Sheppy.
Get 3 actions.
Sheppy, move him down so he can see Baleful. Pull up the spell list.
Here we go.
I go right down to the most powerful ones. And let's hit him with a full power flaming sphere in his square. In her square.
She's not on the ground. She's 5 feet above the ground.
Okay, that's not going to work then. Yeah, pull up the list again. Sorry about that.
Fire!
What we thinking, Jess?
Flaming fissures on the ground. Fire's pathway. No, that's nice. You know what? Let's summon the giant.
Oh, jeez.
Never used it. Might as well.
As listed in the summon trait, duration 1 minute, 30 feet is the range. You summon a creature that has the giant trait and whose level is 5 or lower to fight for you. So level 1 through 5 creature with the giant trait. So go ahead and open up the compendium. I don't know if you can or not, can you?
I don't think so.
Because you should know beforehand what you're going to bring onto the map, and then I could drag it to the map.
Yeah, nothing shows up.
You sure you want to use that one? Because we're not really ready for it, but I can search. I'll go to the bestiary browser and I'll randomly choose something.
That works.
Let's see, it's got to be giant. What is the giant? There's huge, large, medium, small, tiny, and gargantuan. Where's giant?
Giants are typically huge or large sized.
Yeah, they're never normally anything smaller than large.
Trait. Let me put in giant. Alright.
I picture like a giant fire lizard.
Alright, well, let me roll a die. It's going to be level 1 through 5. So I'll re-roll 6s. No, I'll count a 6 as a 5. So 5 and 6 are 5. Alright. I know the level. So let me randomly choose one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It's 3, so 1, 2, 3. Here he is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. You don't see what that is, do you? Let me give you control of this. Anyway, I guess I can't give you control. I don't know how to do it. You see this very large troll suddenly appear right in front of you. Big, giant troll. But this isn't any ordinary troll. This one's covered with moss and leaves. Limbs are stuck in its hair and its teeth even. Yes, it seems to have toadstools growing from its feet. This is a forest troll.
Cool.
This is different.
So that took all 3 of them. Manipulate, primal, summon, concentrate. I don't know how this works. I have no clue how the rules work for summoned creatures. Nothing. I know nothing. It
You
doesn't.
put them in the initiative tracker.
Yeah, but how do you control them? It doesn't have the minion trait, so it's not like Althea's mouse. So I have no idea how this works, so I'm just going to totally wing this.
It says he fights for me, so I assume he just makes actions like anyone else.
You created. Where is the spell? That's it? That's all it says. For 1 minute.
The last 1 minute, yeah.
You summon a creature that has the giant trait and is blah blah blah. Heightened, blah blah blah. Summon, let's look real close at this. Maximum creature level. Spell rank 5. Spell rank 5th? So level 5. Okay, I got that. Blah 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 blah. choose these rules over the spirit. Understand the color and conjure the trait. Summon a monster in the core books unless noted otherwise. You must be a common. Appear in an occupied space and large enough to contain it. To the highest level of creature, the spell can summon depends on the rank. All right, so for 1 minute, this creature will basically attack your foes. I'll let you choose the foe. I'll decide what happens. He's in the tracker. I'm going to roll his initiative. Again, I'm going to let you decide who he attacks, but he's pretty much doing his own thing. Okay?
Yep.
All right, there he is in the initiative. Sheppy, you're done. It took you 3 actions to do that. Let's go to Baleful.
Alright, he's going to move down as far as he can. He'll try to get in contact with her if he can.
Well, that's 1. 2 would put you there, and 3 would put you there.
Okay, that's good.
I don't think she's still going to be there, so I won't bother.
Yeah, well, now she's got 2 fighters with reactive strike.
And she's off guard.
Wait a minute, I got to find my mouse thing. It's gone. Alright, so you're done. We're going to go to Belcora. Alright, let's see if she has an alternative to moving here. Can't really be a spell. Let's manipulate. She's not worried, though. She immediately begins to pull upward, seeing herself being surrounded and at a disadvantage. So if you want to make your attacks, you both can do so.
I'll hero point that.
Okay. While she does that, she's going to move over here.
So she's going to get 15 from me.
Okay.
You want to hero point that, Jess? Yeah, we'll hero point. That's a critical hit. So she's going to take an additional 36 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Now is she flying back up again?
Yeah, she's 25 feet above again. And let me look at this one real quick. Nope. No. I want to do... Where is that thing? Hold on. Something I'm looking for. Is this it? If it is, I can't use it. This one. Alright, I gotta jot this down real quick. She starts weaving through the air and muttering arcane, dark arcane words. Write this down. Okay, 20. So one action move. one action to do that. And you see her limbs, her arms begin to grow, and they're not reaching out, but they're kind of waving in the air. They're getting extra long. And okay, she's done. Kedwin, you're next. So essentially, she's 25 feet above the ground. She's flying around. You took some shots at her. And as she's muttering and waving her hands, her arms begin to get long, really long, like she might be able to reach you from a greater distance. And then while she does that, she hovers to the south portion of the room. Go ahead, Kedwin.
All right, so Cadwin is going to cast Airwalk on Baleful.
Uh-oh. He found that one.
There we go.
Last 5 minutes. Yeah, from where you're standing, you should be able to be right in her face. If you just move forward.
And that'll be it for Cadwin.
Very good. All right, Forest Troll. You pretty much know what you want it to do. You're directing it to attack Belcora. Reach to her, kill her, slay her, bring her down. Right?
Kill.
Let me see its reach here. It has 10-foot reach to begin with, so that's pretty good. It's 25 feet up. That's not going to reach her. It's large.
How tall is he, though?
You got to... It's still, regardless how tall he is, it's only a 10-foot reach from his square. But
Does he have any ranged attacks?
Well, I'm just going to move him down there anyway. So let's see. He's got 30. It's not telling me how far he's moving, though. 45. It's 30 and 60. That's 2 actions to get there. And I'm gonna say she's just out of reach. Well, I'll let him attack if he gets right underneath. Maybe he can hop a little bit. All right, just to give you some use of this damn thing. So 2 actions to get there, 1 more action to attack. So it's gonna try and leap up and try and hit it with its claws. It won't be able to use a jaw attack, but it could try a claw. Let's see what it does. I'll make this public. So it got a 31, and it needed a 30. So it hits. It's a physical attack, though, so it's not going to mean anything. But here we go. Let's roll damage. So the forest troll stumps forward towards the abomination, growling and reaching up toward her. This troll-like creature. 12 points of slashing damage manages to cut through the transparent body of Belcora, who pays absolutely no attention to this attack whatsoever. And we're going to go to Vgrunder.
Yeah. Let's do that. I'm going to move down, and then I'm going to... it'll take the rest of my turn to do, but basically I'm going into my backpack and pulling out my grappling hook. That's pretty much what I'm doing.
Okay. So 1 action to get into the backpack, second action to retrieve it. So now it's out and ready in your hand.
Yep.
All right. Sheppy, you're next.
Okay. Spellist.
I think you're going to have to make a move first, Bubby.
I don't know. I got some pretty long-range spells I think I could use. I'll take a look at that.
Don't hit the troll.
I know I got... Go up a little. Searing Light. Got 120 feet.
Yeah, you got good ranges.
I'm gonna blast him with some Searing Light.
Let's give it a try. Success.
Alright. This is positive damage. Wow.
7 points of fire damage.
Fire holy damage, I believe.
You do an extra 5d6 spirit damage if it's undead, which it is. He's undead.
That's why I need to roll another. So 7 fire and 23 spirit.
Let's see here. I don't like to touch it. Ghost touch or double resistance. Vitality. Is vitality in there? No, it's not. Well, this is
Nope, just spirit.
spirit. That's what it says. So. Seven would be crossed out. 23 would be minus 10. 13. But again, even though this damage does somehow get through, it looks like it's harming her. She pays absolutely no attention to it whatsoever. Anything else, Sheppy?
I'm going to recall knowledge to see if I can find out if the lenses will definitely weaken her.
Alright, for that, you're going to make a occultism or religion.
I think occultism is better.
Do you have any kind of lore that would be specific to undead or her?
No. Well, maybe, but not now. No.
Alright, what was your question?
To see if the lenses will do something like weaken her. If they're meant to weaken her.
As you watch her, she moves through the air and you see the hideousness of her. And you start to realize something you didn't think of before. The splinters might actually make her more powerful.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
There's something not right about this.
Too bad I can't see the roll.
Baleful, you're next.
Okay, I'm gonna fly over to her with airwalk. And
Right,
I
so
will...
you'd be 25 feet up right now.
Okay. And I will whack her with a power attack. And I will hero point that 2.
For a whopping, there you go, Bubby.
32.
Yep, that's a hit.
For 27 points of slashing damage.
Boy, you've taken her down quite a bit. But it doesn't seem like it has any effect on her. She's next.
So, are we doing damage or not? Does she look like she's injured at all?
No. But you're hitting her. You're sure that this is breaking the bonds to the earthly realm for this creature, but yet she doesn't look harmed. She doesn't seem weak. She doesn't seem to even acknowledge your blows. She scoffs at them and smirks. And she begins to pull away. If you want to make another attack, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Critical hit. 40 points slashing damage. Yeah, we gotta get a shard in there somewhere.
Yep. My next phase, I'll ready it and see what it does.
Yep. All right, she pulls back. She's still at 25 feet. Let me see. Now that my arms are nice and long. This one right here. I'm gonna avoid that cleric dwarf. I can't get anything through on him. So, seeing Baleful right in front of her, 25 feet. Let me put you at 25 feet. 5, 10, 15 feet away. Actually, I don't need my long arms. But let's see. She's going to attempt to paralyze you, to stiffen your limbs and your tendons, to see if they start to stiffen in place. Make a will save.
– 24.
Alright, that's not a critical fail. You are paralyzed. I'll tell you how long that's going to last when we get there. So you're basically paralyzed. You know what that's about.
Yep.
Now, that spell that's on you, that's not flying, right?
No, he's literally now just standing in the air. The airwalk.
All right, that's good for a minute. So he's going to be paralyzed standing there in the air. You know, I'll say one thing about this combat. It's really interesting. There's a lot of things going on here with summoned creatures, big forest troll, people flying, people air walking, players getting creative with the grappling hooks now. I like it. All right, she paralyzed you. Next is Cadwin.
All right, we're gonna try something more creative. I want to take an action to try and disbelieve. This just doesn't add up right. Make sure that she's actually there. I'd like to do a will save to disbelieve a potential illusion.
Yeah, if there was an illusion going on here. I'll let you make a roll for any of the 4 magic traditions. We'll go with that.
Okay. So I'll do a religion check.
It's not how it works, but that's how we're going to do it tonight. Ka-ching!
I guess I should have done that blind.
That's all right. She seems as real as she could be. You have seen her before appear outside of this area, in fact, on upper levels. You remember seeing her, doing battle with her, and this looks just as real as that was.
Well, since it's still there, he's going to go ahead and spend his last 2 actions and cast Divine Wrath at her. Calling upon and tried to put an end to this witch.
She got a success. What is that? Half damage.
So 7 spirit damage.
7 minus 10. None. Let me check and see. Spirit. Nope, doesn't say spirit. It's also got divine. Is divine in there as an exception? No. Spirit. Wait a minute. Yeah. All right.
And that's it.
Okay. Forest Troll has regeneration.
That's good to know.
Yeah, if you got damaged, you get 20 back. Alright, he's going to go up here, get back underneath her, and she's still 25, so he can reach her just barely. But here we go, another claw attack. He reaches up with these long claws. 27! This should be blind. 27 is not going to hit. He's going to do it again. Oof. 25. Nope. He's just reaching up at her and he can't hit her. Okay, we're going to go to Vigrunder.
Right, I'm gonna move down to about here, and I'm gonna sling the grappling hook at Belcora. Try to tangle her up and pull her down.
Remember, she's incorporeal.
Yep. But if I'm hitting her with a weapon,
Well, that's different. You're doing damage.
still I can't fight her on the ground. I've got nothing else to throw at her, so. Yeah, like I've literally got nothing else, so yeah, grappling hook. I believe that's athletics, isn't it?
I don't know. Make an athletics check. Sounds good to me. You're going to need a 20...
31.
Well, we'll say that's a hit. DC was 30.
Well, I've now got her on the end of my grappling hook. Can I
It
maybe
passes
pull her?
completely through her and falls to the ground. Cling.
Well, I'm done then.
Sheppy, you're up.
Okay, spell list. Oh, I could fly. What's the range of fly? I could cast it on you.
Touch.
Touch. Alright. I'm gonna move down to Vigrunder.
Do you have reach
If I
spell?
can. Oh, yeah, wait a minute.
If you have
One
reach
movement.
spell.
Yeah, I do have reach.
Nice. That makes
It's
you
meta
touch
magic.
3-foot range.
Yeah. You're 40 from me.
Okay, I'll move 10 feet more, and that's going to ruin my actions. Hold up there. Instead of cast fly, I'm going to cast something else from there. I'm going to cast another searing light.
Alrighty. That's a hit.
Make sure you roll that extra damage.
So we got 24 fire and 18 spirit.
Okay. Interesting. Alright, Baleful, you're up.
Alright, what do? I'm paralyzed.
At the end of your round, your limbs start to move once again. So get rid of your paralysis. Your turn is over.
Okay.
Now it's time for her. She flies over to you. Actually, I don't think does she have to do that? I think it adds 10 feet. Yeah. She's going to move not there. Here. I don't even know if she actually moved. We'll say she did. 5, 10. She could reach you with her long arms. She's going to try a melee attack. Ghostly Hand. Got a poor roll, but she got a 34.
That's enough to hit.
Let's see what she can do here. 29 void.
You sound disappointed.
Nah, there's more to it, but I could have done that better. But that's okay. You guys are kind of handicapped tonight anyway. And she moves. We'll play a little bit longer because I know we're not going to finish this. I think Rachel's going to be coming in right into a battle with Belcora. Kedwin, you're next. Round 8.
All right. Maybe double check something. All right, so we're going to go ahead and cast another airwalk. This one on Grunder. And he'll cast a shield on himself. Or not. Zach said we'll cast shield on Baleful.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Suddenly appearing behind you, Sheppy, you see this glowing skull suddenly illuminate from behind you. And little tentacles reach towards you to touch, and they succeed. You're going to take some damage. Yeah. 17 points of void damage from the skull. Attacks again. Hits. Damage. $27 void damage on Sheppy. Next up is the forest troll. He spends an action to get underneath this ghostly apparition, reaching up with long claws and arms. Misses. Misses horribly. Terrible round for the forest troll. For Grunder, you're up next.
I'm gonna free action drop the grappling hook. I'll pull out the mace, well, the warhammer, and I'm gonna climb up to her, 25 feet up in the air, and then I'm gonna see if I can bring the pain. That's a hit.
Got a hit.
Gonna be 20 points bludgeoning damage.
Okay. She doesn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, that's all I got. One action draw, one action move, one action. Yep, that's all I got.
Shippy, you're up.
Spell list.
You're being attacked by a skull.
Alright, yep, I'm gonna give him a burning hands. I'm gonna grab him and burn him to death.
The skull?
Yep.
Yup.
Basic reflex. Go ahead and roll your damage. You got a failure, so it's going to take whatever you roll.
41 points.
41.
Jiminy crickets. Fired
That's a
him.
lot. Nice.
Okay, no resistance. All right, it took a hit there. Oh, it's almost dead. Okay, give me a will save, Sheppy. As all around you, the horror of the skull flickering, the light itself, it's very unsettling.
Wrong character. You want to hear a point there, Jess?
Absolutely.
Nice answer. I like that word.
Much
33.
better.
Much better indeed. The DC was 27 in this case against the Will-O-Wisp. You fought these before.
And for my last attack, or my last action, I'm going to use my Flaming Toss. It's my focus spell.
Oh, that-
Oh, yeah.
So this is doubled since there's no way to. So 28 is what?
It's enough to kill it.
56. 56.
56.
So that test that you had to make to will save didn't actually happen anyway because you defeated the light. That was a test to take at the end of your turn. I thought your turn was over.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you destroyed the skull.
Chippy's got the turn. Don't get near me.
Okay, do you want to play one more round?
Yeah, I got time.
I'm
How much?
good with one more round, and then we can call it so Rachel can get in.
I think we're gonna have to. You guys got some thinking to do.
Yep.
Baleful, you're up.
All right. He's going to ready the lens.
Okay, it's an action.
And he's gonna fly over to her, and he's gonna use it with the spell attack with the plus 21.
All right. D20 plus 21. Armor class is 33. Come on, Kyle.
Let's see what happens. He's got
this.
it.
Well,
Man,
wouldn't it be off guard since we're
Yeah,
both
yeah.
here 5 feet up in the air?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Good catch.
31.
31.
That's enough.
That's enough. Let me make her off guard. All right, assuming this is how it works, I think it is D20 plus 21. Simple as that. Spell attack. All right, we do that. Describe how you use this lens.
Okay, the lens has the power to put a shard of Nimbloth into Balcora. I'm going to use it to shoot a shard out of it.
Yeah, I was asking
into
you
her
to describe what that looks like.
It
know
looks,
what you're
well,
doing.
what color one do I have? Is it the, what color? Is it
Ochre.
amber?
Ochre.
Ochre. Okay, so an ochre shard just bursts out of the lens in a focused beam that just shoots into her.
All right,
We'll
so
see what happens.
So I'll describe it. So while her back is turned and she's totally focused on this troll underneath her and Vugrunder has suddenly appeared, you manage to break yourself free of this paralysis. Thinking about the amulet around your neck, the lens, yes, you grab it, you switch your armament up so you got this in your hand and you start to hover towards her, fly towards her, airwalk towards her, getting behind her before she even notices you're there. You slam it into the back of her head. If she had a body, that's what would happen. And as you do so, it shatters. And as it shatters, each of the little pieces of glass suddenly freeze in midair as this little sliver of magical energy, the essence of Nimbaloth, shoots forward like a bolt and pierces her in the middle of the back. And as soon as that happens, she writhes in pain, and you hear this crazy scream echo throughout this huge hallway. You've definitely got her attention, and she definitely feels a pain that is almost unearthly, like some kind of primal scream. And suddenly the glass shards slowly begin to come back together into this lens, reforming themselves. So whatever you did really hurt her. Massively. And she turns around and you can see their teeth seething, and you can see what would be saliva, if there was saliva there, dripping from her face. Her teeth have become fangs at this stage, and she opens up her maw and she just does one of these screams at you. You feel your hair on your head go shooting back. But yeah. So
Does it do damage?
That's
Or
what I
do
said.
have
I
to
said
go-
it does damage. She definitely felt some pain. So that's damage. She's next. And after she lets out this primal scream, she pulls away, passing through you almost. If you'd like to make an attack of opportunity, you can do so.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Both of us will.
That's a critical hit.
Now watch you roll 1 for me.
Probably. That'll be 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Here you go, Jess.
That's doubled. Right? Or you
That's a
already did?
No, that's critical. It's already doubled, and you got a critical hit as well, Jess.
Oh, nice.
So we got 24 and 42 points of slashing and bludgeoning damage, respectively. We gonna put a bitch down.
She doesn't even acknowledge your blows. As she pulls away,
What is she mad out of, JB Weld?
We gotta hit her with all 3 lenses.
let me see. What do I want to do from here?
4.
What's that, Ted?
And 4. You get rid of all 4. The 4th one's in the room we ran out of.
Yeah, we'll have to go clean it.
What is your spell DC, Catawin?
Which spell? What are we talking about?
Your airwalk.
It's lasts for 5 minutes, so
What's the DC?
50.
What's your spell
No, the
DC?
DC is 4th level. 26.
26. All right. She begins to wave her hands and again mutters some words in anger as her voice echoes throughout this huge chamber. Let me verify something real quick. Target. Okay. So this is, give me a number between 1 and 6, Jesse.
6.
Alright, so if it comes up evens, it's going to be targeted on you. It's a d6 roll. It's on you. Come up a 2. Now, how high up are you? 25 feet?
Yes.
Suddenly, what felt like solid ground under your feet begins to give. Your feet begin to no longer feel the the hardness of the airwalk, basically. It has been dispelled, and you begin to fall and plummet to the ground. 25 feet, you're going to take half of that as damage. Bludgeoning.
So 12 points.
Yeah, take 12 points of damage. As you fall to the ground, and the spell has been dispelled. Took 2 actions to do that. And she's done. But Arthurian, you still have your spell on you.
Yep, and I got my shard in hand.
You do. It's a clear path if you want to try it. Kyle's reading up the shard. Or the lens. So 1 action to activate it. In other words, get it out in your hand. How far away is she? You gonna be able to reach?
She's 5 foot out.
Ah, jeez. Well, go for it. That would be 2 actions, 1 more to move.
I think Caitlin's up.
Oh, it's Cadwin. Cadwin, you're up, sorry.
Oh, good. Cadwin can't get up there, so he will unleash a holy light spell on her.
Divine fire, holy.
Looks like it hits. Total of 43 damage.
All right. This is, what is the spell? Holy light? All right, so describe for me how as you call upon Trud and this holy light appears and you direct it towards her and it envelops her. And although she doesn't look like she's in pain, she suddenly notices that she's beginning to fade. And her translucency becomes even more pronounced, and she begins to slowly fade. So describe what happens there, because you've just taken her out of almost existence here, as far as you can tell.
Well, seeing the effect that the shard had on her, she looked like she's trying to get away. He doesn't want he wants to end this. He doesn't want her to get away. He grabs a hold of his hammer, holds it tight, calls out to Trud, praying like he's never prayed before to end this foul creature and to put it out of the misery of all living things. As he calls forth the holy light of Trud, the beam lances from his hand, striking Valcora and beginning to dissipate her essence.
All right, and she suddenly, you all see this, she looks somewhat surprised, but like all of a sudden she starts to feel like as if there's you could see pain on her face as she grimaces. You're not sure if it was from the shard, the sliver of Nimbaloth, or it was just all this damage you've been piling on top of her. But with Cadwin there, at the very end there, this last holy light beaming onto her, it seems to have weakened her to the point of fading her from your presence. And you all take a breather as silence begins to come back to the group here. You don't hear her screams. You don't hear her presence. You don't feel, well, it's hard not to feel her presence where you are right now, but it's like you've bought yourself some time. Something happened. Whether it was Cadwin or just all of you working together, or somehow it was the shard. Something happened. And she's just abruptly fades from view. I don't know how else to
Oh,
describe
such a shame. I was just getting started.
We're getting her, guys.
Yeah, it's just
We got to get her
started.
with all the shards.
All right. And that's where we'll end it. But I'll let you guys do whatever you want to do right now. So yeah, we'll end the session there. And it's, trust me, it's not over. You get the feeling that this ain't over. We must move quickly and finish her. Or now's our chance to get out of here. Let's get out of way. Let's get away. You know, it's up to you.
No more retreats. Pineapples are over. I say we heal up and we go in.
The only thing is, I'm thinking, it's just my wild brain thinking here, we might summon Nimbeloth. So that's going to be a fight. If we have to fight a god.
Well, if hopefully, because the shard weakened her, so maybe Nimbeloth will do the job. Maybe Belcor's cheated death for so many years that Nimbeloth has now decided, all right, it's time to pay.
Well, we shall see.
We're about to find out.
Yes, we are. And you said there was one more shard in there, a black one, on an island?
Yeah, like right in the middle of the room.
Probably going to need that one, too.
Thinking we're going to have to get that one and combine all of them in that contraption we've got.
Yep.
Well, the shard injustice is already gone.
No, it reformed in my hand.
But reformed, you can only do that attack once per day, but you still got it.
Yeah, the lens is okay. But you put the little sliver in her, so it goes into the target. And after a length of time, you can use it again, I guess. But yeah, make a note. The
yeah,
ochre
she's
has
got
been
one.
used. Yeah.
So yeah, she's got one in her. Now we got to get 3 more.
I'm gonna take this troll off of the. Useless. A minute goes by and he fades away. Gone. What'd you think of that, Jesse? Did you like the troll?
Yeah, that was fun.
He was useless.
Yeah, he did a little chip damage.
Yeah, he had long arms. He could reach her.
Pulled some aggro.
Yeah. Oh, fungus foot. All right, you guys, we're going to call it here. We'll talk for a little bit after the live is over about the next session. But yeah, we've got another session to go. They've got Belcora on the ropes, maybe? Or is she just regrouping? Or is she calling reinforcements? Or is she just repositioning herself to ambush the party when they least expect it? Who's to say? Everything is up in the air at this stage, literally. And yeah, that's what we're going to call it. Folks, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys next week for another episode. Watch out for Mondays. That's when I post these. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Folks, hang in there. You know why? It's only going to get better. We'll talk to you guys soon. Stay tuned.